So currently Sun is posited in Sagittarius. So when we look at the Saravali significations for Sun's placement in Sagittarius zodiac sign, first is it says about talks about being wealthy. So we know that Sun is the giver of life, is the giver of all resources whichever exists. Because of Sun's energy, we have all the resources, and Jupiter is the natural, Dhanakaraka. He is the giver of resources, the giver of wealth, and because of this, good combination, we have the wealth being an interesting first point as per Saravali. Next, we have very dear to king. So, being very dear to king, this is because of Jupiter's foresight, Jupiter's wisdom, and Sun's energy, Sun's enthusiasm. It's a good combination for any king and any minister. That is why it is said that such a combination is very dear to king, very close to a visionary, such a trait. And then be very learned because of the blessing of Jupiter. And then we have the very honoring Brahmanas and Devatas. Of course, this is obviously because of Jupiter's influence, being the advisor, being the Devaguru himself, and then skillful in training weapons. So here we have to understand the planetary symbols, Rashi symbols. So Dhanu, basically, if you look at the symbol, we have a bow, arrow, and an archer, right? So that is why we have this skillful in training weapons. It's in basically influence of Rashi symbol. And then they talk about breeding elephants. Of course, we have to understand from a Desha Kala Patra perspective. Dhanu is it's a half Pashu sign. It's a half animal sign, especially in the second half if the placement falls. So Sun's placement here, person is fond of breeding animals. That's what this talks about. And then talk about honorable, peaceful, handsome physique, and is helpful to relatives and things like that. So this is mainly because of the positive placement of Sun from its Mula Trikona sign. So every planet has its Mula Trikona sign. For Sun, it is Leo. So from Leo, Dhanu falls in the fifth place, which is a Mula Trikona sign. 159 is Mula Trikona. So it's a good placement for Sun, and the positive qualities of Sun manifest here. So this is about Sun in